All right, red group for Miss Lipscomb's class. Okay, so bring this a little closer. Okay, so here's what we have for your first line. I forgot to tell you, I was playing that 4 times through just so you can kind of get a feel for it, hear what it's going to sound like. All in all, it's not a bad line. The only thing, I'm not sure what you were thinking, if this was going to be your bass line, if this was going to be your melody line, or if this was going to be a harmony line. The rhythm tells me it could be a good bass line. However, the harmony, the notes, sound more like a good melody line. So we're going to have to decide which direction you want to go. And I'm going to give you a couple of options. To make it be a bass line, I would recommend when C and D are close together in a low register, on a low instrument, think of the big bass. When you play them together like that, it tends to clash. So here's a suggestion. Maybe change. I would say change the change the D maybe to either G or maybe even F. Let's see what that sounds like. It would sound like this. Oh, sorry. I'll try it again. And I actually kind of like that. That's a little, it opens it up a little bit for a bass line. Now, if you're gonna, and if you don't mind hearing me out for another suggestion for your rhythm, let's see here. I would say that you might want to even consider making this a bump T and making this a ta. Keep the rest, but so you would play E, E, G, E. All right, so when you play it, it'd be C, C, F, F, E, E, G, E. C, C, F, F, E, E, G, E. That would be a great bass line. Okay, and all I did is I brought in these 2 tas here and brought them and tagged that T on and made it 3 sounds in 2 beats. Okay, so this right here is actually 2 beats. Then you have the ta, which is 1 beat, and then the rest would be another beat. Okay, so you have that option. Now, if you're wanting to go the melody route, I'm just going to rewrite what you have here. Ta, ta, ti, ti. You have C, C, D, D, E, E, G, E. All right, let's hear it one more time. Okay. If you're wanting to make it a melody, I would say what am I saying? I would say you can do a couple of things. I would say try doing a step up in this direction. C, D, E, F, E, E, G, E. This is what it would sound like. It gives a little bit more roundness to the line rather than just keeping it just all confined just to 3 notes with a G at the top. That would give it a little bit more shape. Another possibility, if you really want to keep the C and the D let's see, C and D. Why not add a note on top? We could add E on top and F here. So it would be E and C, F and D, F and D. And here we could do G and E, but I don't want you to go to the B. That just sounds weird. I think you should maybe change this one to F and go to F and A, and then add the G on the top. So let me show you what this looks like, what this would sound like. It would sound like this. So that would make a good melody line. I really can't call it a spicy line because it has a lot of tas in it, so you have a nice beat to it. It's not super, super complicated, but it has this interesting part at the end, which I really like. So those are your two options. You wrote some really, you have a start of a really good line. So what I need for you to do is go with your group, and I need for you to figure out what you're going to do. Are you going to have a bass line? Are you going to have a melody line? Okay, and if you don't have to take the notes that I did, that I played, they're just suggestions, but figure out what it is you want to work with. And then once you've decided, play each one 4 times through, and then you should have 0 to 2 mistakes. All right, and remember, this is your group's line. All right, remember not to use the words my or mine or I or, you know, this is my line. This is the whole group's line. This is what this whole project is about. So decide which one you want to use, this one or this one, and if you want to use my notes or if you want to change it just a little bit. But now that you know what you're going for, the possibilities are endless. Good job.